Hey everyone, it's 𝙒𝙊𝙊𝙃𝙀𝙃 and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. I do pickacard readings and other spiritual based videos here on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing, and if you have subscribed, don't forget to hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I upload new videos. So today's topic is going to be the Occultist Practitioner and how to amplify your craft. So I wanted to look into the general energy around your occultic practice, your ritual, anything that wants to come through in regards to the current energy that I'm picking up on, and if there is any blocks, transitions that are occurring, I'm really just wanting to leaving this really open to spirit for whatever wants to channel through for you. So I just ask that you be really open-minded as well with the messages that come through. And then in the extended on my Patreon, I'm going to look at your 3 most powerful occultic practices, and then we're going to look at how you can amplify your magic, and I'm going to take that into the extended on my Patreon. So I do offer personal readings, so if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can find all my details in the description box below, along with my social media links, Instagram and TikTok, because I post other content over there. I'll leave the links to some of my courses also. If you find them beneficial, all that info will be down below. So I'm really excited for this, to see what comes through. And I'm going to have 3 piles here for you to choose from. So if you are drawn to more than one, feel free to listen to them. Awesome, so let's jump into this. We'll start off with pile number 1, the Occultist Practitioner and how to amplify your craft. So let's start with pile number 1. Current look into your energy practice to see if there are any blocks and just what I'm picking up about you and your practice. I might use these first. Also, in the extended, we're going to take it into how to amplify your craft, and then I've written channeled messages for your top 3 occult, like your strongest occult practices, and how you can amplify that craft, and that's going to be in my Patreon on the extended. But let's look into what I'm picking up on for you, group 1, in your occult practice. There is a deep, there is a connection here. I am getting goddess energy, connection to the earth, connection to the sacred path here. You're very connected to your practice, the earth elements. Yeah, it's definitely, I'm getting very, very strong goddess, even dark goddesses, deities that you work with are coming through very, very strongly here. You're wanting to go deeper. You're wanting to tap into this more. You know there is more. You're searching for more. I can see it. Yeah. You've tapped into something already, but I'm being told there is so much more here waiting for you, and you're wondering, how do I get to this next part? It's like there needs to be an unveiling. There needs to be something removed in order for you to tap into this energy more. I'm getting real sensual, seductive, very royal, very I'm getting like so much stuff coming through. Roman Empire, the Empress, royalty in your blood. You have a lot of ancestors that have come through. So these are goddesses you are connecting to, but they're very, very connected also because they have worked with your ancestors, and they're wanting you to connect more into this energy, I'm being told. This is all around your finances, your love life, You're a teacher, you're a healer, I'm being told as well. There's something very, very significant here about fire. They're telling me that there is some more, like, they want you to go deeper into this because there's something kind of like beneath the surface in terms of healing. And when you go into this, this is going to amplify your gifts even more, I'm being told, which we will be looking into in the extended on my Patreon when we're going to look into how you can amplify this magic, and then your top 3 occult practices if you want to join me there. Let's see what else getting through. I feel there's also this thing here around, there's a very strong thing here around relationships coming through for this group. You're wanting to you've recently come up against some very, I'm going to say karmic or very triggering events in terms of around relationships, in terms of your love life. The more you've been standing in your power, the more you feel you've been getting knocked back. And you're wondering, like, because it's like every time you keep elevating, every time you keep going through continuous awakenings, and remember they are continuous, that you are wondering, like, I'm doing the work, I'm doing the practice, but why am I coming up against more? You feel like you're coming up against more and more, I'm going to say blocks is what I'm getting. It's like you're wanting, it's like you come across something and you get in, it's like these different energies of you getting into your practice, you healing, and then you feel like you're like passionate and you're ready to go, and then something comes up, and then it's like maybe you start to doubt yourself because these things have started to waver you. Very much, I'm getting sacred priestess. There's a whole thing here around your sexuality, femininity, you know what I mean? And then when I say that, and just gender neutral in terms of just like the feminine energy. Balancing out, you have been chosen to balance out a lot of karmic cycles within your lineage. And this is why, because it's like you're coming up against things, especially hugely around relationships, because you are also clearing karma for your ancestral line, and you're repeating things, or you have been repeating things that have happened in your ancestral line, and you've come back. Then you've come back to kind of clear this, like you've kind of been chosen, and I feel that you have a lot of ancestors around you. There's this whole thing where you have massive support on the other side, and I feel like you feel them, and you perhaps feel like you're alone most of the time, but you feel spirit very, very strongly, is what I'm being told. You could have had a thing around this whole sexuality or showing yourself when you were younger too, is coming through, depending on how old you were. I mean, this is general reading too, so we, you could all be in different stages, but there is a lot of, I feel, in your, I'm going to say early in your teens, there was a lot of things around relationships, self-worth, sexuality, expressing yourself, and perhaps you felt confused around this because you knew this from a past life, and there's something here that's in your blood, but that it was like, it wasn't, like you weren't shown, so you kind of had to go through this pathway in order for you to understand, and you're still on this journey. Like I said, we're all in different stages, so there is a lot of things here that they're wanting you to go deeper in with your practice, and that accessing more of this, because I feel you kind of been doubting yourself. Because like I said, you're elevating, you're standing, and it's like the more you do that, the more, it's because the more you do that, the more things that are not in alignment fall away from you. You're continuously growing, continuously learning, especially all around your abundance too. But I'm sensing massive, this group is very powerful, and I'm sensing like huge, I don't know, you're meant to be, or you are doing something in this life that you're meant to be seen, and you're meant to be teaching this to other people. This card here. Yeah, Mars energy. Exactly. This is like you are definitely being, and I'm sensing very strongly recently, through another huge transformation. And like I said, you are the phoenix. I didn't say that, but I said you. I don't know what I said, but I'm getting. So as I'm channeling, I can't remember what I say. I'm getting like this huge thing around you are the phoenix. You are transforming. It's like the death and rebirth, the death and rebirth. Yeah, like I was saying, like the continuous awakenings and the continuous growth. But you sometimes forget how far you have come. And there's kind of this thing here where I'm sensing it's like this whole thing around destiny, and perhaps questioning yourself, your abilities, on what you're here, what you are meant to be here doing. Definitely siren energy is what I was picking up on. Because you have the gift of magnetizing people towards you in the sexual magic, and in your being in your power, not just from this magnetism. So when I say sexual power, it's like a deep-rooted magnetism of what is embedded within your fucking soul, within you. It's not just, I want to say, like an egoic thing. This is something it's very, very deep, and you would only, I feel, understand this if you have kind of been on this journey, because it's not for everyone. And obviously if you're listening to this, it's for you. But I just feel like there is so much stuff out there, and so many things put out there where people are not, I'm not like bagging on anyone, but I feel like you kind of see so much stuff on social media that some ways, like, I hardly follow anyone, because I want to be coming from a place of authenticity of what I've experienced and what I know to be true within me. And I will follow some people or listen to some people that I know are, if they are living in their truth and they are actually doing the work, because that's the thing, like going deeper into spirituality and going deeper into the sexual magic, and this whole, everyone jumping on the trend of, the dark feminine and the seductive thing, where it's not just like how you do your eye makeup, even though I like makeup. And there is a whole thing around beauty magic, which I so understand, but the beauty magic thing too, things like that that's just tricks and seductive. We can all put on a seductive, egoic outer appearance, yeah, but that's not going to hold, that's not going to last, and that goes deeper. This isn't shallow shit. So anyway, so I felt like my rant about that. There's definitely something new starting for you, and I feel like you've opened up more to these other gifts, which I'm going to look at in the extended as well. But let me see if I'm picking up on anything else. I'm just getting a whole thing around you're wanting to go deeper, and there is also a thing here where your ancestors are wanting to connect to you more. But I think that's all I have for group 1, and I'm going to take the rest of this into the extended because I want to look. I've got channeled messages, which I'm going to pick from here, and I've picked the top. I'm going to pick your top 3 most powerful occultism practice, and then how you can amplify this magic, what I've been talking about, and those blocks. How can you break through out of that, and what is the next stage? What is this psychic gift that I can see for you? And that's going to be in the extended, so you can find that in the description box below. So I'll see you over there, and if you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up. It really does help my content. Feel free to leave a comment, and if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, especially ones that are connected to this sacred priestess as well, and the course that I have would be probably very beneficial for you to have a look at too, if that does call to you. But yeah, I'll see you in the extended, and we'll find out what your top 3 most powerful occult practices and how we can amplify this magic to flow. I'll see you over there. Hey pile 2, and welcome to your reading. So we're going to be looking at current look into your energy practice, and we want to see if there's any blocks. And then in the extended, we're going to look at how you can amplify your magic and your top 3 most powerful online practices, which I'll be taking into my Patreon. So let's look into what I can pick up. So again, I'm going to leave this really open. I'm going to leave this open as well, what spirit wants to come through. Okay, group 2. Spirit is showing me a statue. I feel like I'm hearing like Hermes, so that's, I think it's like one of the gods. I don't know which, I'm not sure what, let me have a look, because Hermes came into my mind for this group. I'm also being told that you're also been waiting on something. Hermes, the god, ancient Greek. Hermes is a god, ancient Greek god of trade, wealth, luck, fertility, travel. Also, Hermes is the messenger of God that I just read, so that's interesting. I'm feeling like too you're very connected to the underworld, and you're very connected to shadow. You do a lot of shadow work. There could be something here, or there is something. I feel like a part of your destiny as well is that you're meant to work a lot with, I'm going to say darker kind of the shadow, the underworld. More of, you've seen a lot of shit in your life, you've seen a lot of stuff, and this has kind of been your journey and kind of what you have incorporated into your occult practices. But your top 3 most powerful occult practices we're going to look at in my extended on my Patreon, which I've written channeled messages for, and I'm going to look into how you can further enhance and make this your occult practice, and make your occult practice more amplified. So we're going to look at also how you can amplify this magic. I feel that there's a lot of things coming up here in terms of working in these kind of different realms I'm getting. There's a lot of spirit interaction I'm getting as well. So, I mean, because this is a general reading and everyone is in different stages, I do sense that some of you could perhaps have had a lot of spirit interaction and you're wanting to know how to, like, maybe this has confused you in the past or recently. So like I said, we're all in different stages. Understanding your gifts, understanding, there's just so much, even through your childhood as well. I feel that perhaps I'm just getting a lot of things that had happened to you and you didn't understand it, and it's kind of like this whole thing too where you couldn't really speak to anyone about it. You felt like a real outcast as well. Very, very challenged. But this is a gift for you. I know it like sucks, but this is the opening to something. You went through all these challenges, and you're going through these challenges because there is something here that you're meant to do with it, with your work. You went through this for a reason, and like I'll be looking further into that on my Patreon, but let's have a look into what else I'm picking up on for you. Chariot flew out. There's huge change, there's huge transformation coming. Spirit is really wanting you to, I feel, open up to, there's something right here for you. I can see it. You're wondering what it is, and you're wondering, when is this change going to happen? Definitely sensing change and new beginnings for you. You're meant to be doing this in your work, in your practice. You're already doing. There's something here within the shadows, within the depths. So whether this is working with the dark goddess, or working in your shamanic practice, or working with herbalism, there's something about, like I said, I'll be looking into that in the Patreon. So what else am I getting? High Priestess. You're wondering, there is an opening here of how you can connect more with spirit. And like I said, this has happened, or is happening to you. I feel it has been a continuous thing that's happened to you. Hearing, like, for some people, something around like Nordic as well. I know this, like, Hermes keeps coming through again. You're definitely a messenger. You're wanting to know, how can you connect to spirit more? You're wanting to open up more. I'm still, like, I feel like you've had a lot, there's something here with spirit interaction coming through very strongly. You've been challenged in this area, and it's been very difficult for you to see, because you've been through a lot of the shadow, because you've been through these challenges. It is very difficult sometimes for you to see and understand sometimes about the love around the planet, because you feel energy, the love, like, even for other people, because you look at a person, you do see, I feel like lately there's this whole thing too about seeing more of the shadow, because this is kind of what you see. You can, like, look at a person too, and you know their shadow self, because you can see that. And there's this whole thing here where it's like, it's wanting to come into balance, but this is a lot of karmic stuff as well. This is quite heavy. Change. This is a lot of karmic stuff and a lot of balancing out. Especially here we have the snake. didn't happen. This doesn't happen to you for like nothing. It's like this higher kind of purpose to this is what is coming through. So the blockages and kind of like the energy, this is what you're currently going through, but you're wanting to transition and change and come to a completion within this circle, within this karmic circle. You're wanting to plant something new, and you're wanting to now, you've seen the shadow, you're ready to move into a time and see love with this Two of Cups, like right here. Whether this is romantic love or self-love or just the love back for life. It could be actually, for some I'm getting self-love, for some I am getting around relationships, or even just like harmonious relationships. If you are with someone, having that balance. Perhaps you've gone through a lot of challenging relationships, not only in, romantic relationships, but with people in general. You probably gel more. You feel like you've probably worked a lot on your craft, and this is kind of, you feel, and I mean, we need the shadow. Working in the shadows is where we find our traumas and also our gifts, because in those traumas you're healing and you're looking at it, you're facing your fears, you're facing your demons, you're facing these inner wounds, and this is all shit too from past lives. This is huge stuff, and you're coming into or wanting some type of change, I can see. Okay, let's see this. Yeah, look. This is so like this energy, right? This is you. Because you're this panther coming through. You journey a lot. It's very shamanic, connected to the animal kingdom, telepathic communication, working in the underworld. Very mysterious, very like, even, I'm just going to say some things. You take what resonates with you. This is a general reading. It could also connected to a lot of witch wounding coming through. But there is something shifting here. I feel like there's a lot of animals that are coming through. Yeah, because we have the snake, we have the fish here, which are this goldfish, and this love to me was like good luck for this. There's something transforming hugely for this group. There's some type of peace coming for you. But this energy I feel is, how do I move now, and how do I balance this? That's what I'm getting. So I want to look at your top 3 most powerful divination practices, and then I want to look at your occult practices, and then I want to look at how you can align, how you can amplify this magic. And I'm going to take this reading into my Patreon. So yeah, click below and come join me over there. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you resonated with it. Leave me a comment as well. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, all my details are in the description box below, and I'll see you on Patreon. Hey Group 3, and welcome to your reading. So let's current look into your energy practice, and I want to see if there is any blocks here. Again, I'm going to keep this really open for you to see what Spirit wants to bring through for your occult, for this, you being the occultist practitioner. Interesting. There's a whole thing here about... There's a whole thing here about standing in your power, being the true you. You are a leader. You're very much connected to the moon cycles. I'm also getting ancient Egypt coming through very strongly for this group. You've kind of come to, I feel that the more you're being, it's kind of like the more you know you are, you know who you are, you know your power. There's something here that you're working on in terms, I'm getting around, there is some type of worry. It could be around, I'm getting around like financial freedom is coming through. There's this whole thing I'm hearing about, how do I work in my craft, how do I work in my magic, and how can I be, yeah, I'm getting this thing about being successful in my craft and being financially, there's this thing about financial freedom is coming through. You're wanting to connect more. You're wanting to open up more of your psychic abilities. You already are psychic, I can see. You already have abilities. But you know there's kind of something here that you can't see that is waiting for you in terms of what this kind of this opening is like. There's something right here, but it's like you can't see it yet. And this is kind of like when I go into the Patreon reading, what I'm going to look into is more of like these most powerful occult practices and how you're going to amplify this magic, and we'll look into what this hidden part is on the Patreon. Okay, that's what I'm getting. You could, I'm getting to around fires coming through very strongly. You could be currently using fire in your practice. I feel like you like to burn. Burning is kind of quite prominent. I am getting past life here too. I am getting past life witch as well coming through, but you already knew that. There is this hidden gift. There's this hidden gift coming through. It's like the other groups, so much coming through there. You're wanting to step into financial freedom. I just keep getting that, and I'm seeing the money thing, and you're like, how can I do this? You're like, how can I change this? And what am I kind of like, this is the next step is what I can see is going to be, is what you're wanting to step into. Because you're wanting to open up more in your practice, doing your work, having your craft, and you're like, how can I do this successfully, and I'm also getting that you want to learn more, you want to open up more again to these gifts. Yeah, it's definitely something changing here. I feel like you've recently taken yourself away from a lot of people. But it's almost like I feel Spirit is wanting to gift you this key to this opening of whatever this is going to help you to create this life that you want. It's already inside you. It's already there. And it's just kind of like, how do I now step into this? You know it's there. This is what, like, you know, you're the Queen of Wands here. You know who you are. You know your power. There's this thing here around financial security, and like this like tangible money thing is what I'm getting. I'm sensing that this is one of your gifts that you have, and this ritual, this occultism practice is the answer to your true destiny, and the answer to this financial freedom is what I'm getting. That's what they're telling me. You spent this time on your own. You've been doing a lot of healing. You've been doing a lot of self-discovery. So a protector in some type of realm or some type of, you're working with some type of like guardians or something is what I'm getting. It's almost like this time of knowing who the F you are. I know you know that, but there's something else here I feel that is just kind of like it's kind of in your blind spot with that moon card. Yeah, exactly. Like there's something you can't see. Some type of gift. Definitely. Okay. Let's see. Group 3. So that's what I can see is this kind of next stage. Is you've spent this time alone, you've done a lot of healing, you know there's something else here, and you're just wondering like what is next. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. Because you're wanting your life to change. Oh my god, you got the Queen of Wands again. You're over, there's some type of inner conflict I feel you're going through. It's like even though you know you're the Queen of Wands and you have this strength, you have this power, you're like, why? And I feel this is all around, something around your work. Because like you know you're practicing what you're doing, but like I said, I feel like you feel there is something missing. There's something, or something in your gifts or you just can't see yet. And it's kind of, I feel, is being hidden from you. And this is kind of, like I said, I feel is the answer to like stepping into this financial security. And that's kind of why I feel, even though you have this Queen of Wands, I feel like that's where you may have started to doubt yourself because you're like, why is it not showing in the physical realm is what I'm getting. And yeah, this whole thing around security, stability is coming through. Okay, we have the Queen of Wands, the Justice card, and Temperance. The Wheel of Fortune. Oh, you literally got the Wheel. You actually got the Wheel of Fortune twice. So that's really interesting. And you have the Queen of Wands twice on those two different decks. There's something that is owed to you, and I definitely feel something that is shifting. And I feel that the things are going to shift financially for you is when you keep the, it's like, I know this is cliche, but it's almost like these Queen of Wands like coming out twice. I feel, like I said, I know you stand in this energy, but you have been doubting yourself because of like an external factor of what is going on. Whereas you know inside you that you hold the key. You have the key to unlock. There is, like I said, I'm still getting there is some type of gift that is going to be unlocked or shown to you. There's some type of mystery here, and that when this comes to like light, where I feel like things are going to shift and change for you, it's kind of like then there's some type of gift that will be elevated or unlocked or opened, and that is going to be the start of you looking into being kind of getting something being balanced. And this is also to do around your lineage as well, is what I'm getting, or something in your family, something that was passed down from you is what I'm getting. But there's definitely, I feel as well, that your dreams and I feel too, like I said, there's something around dreams here coming through strongly, and that you've recently or are going through even if you can't remember them, but I feel like most of you have had some, I'm getting like crazy dreams or something is coming through here. But I'm definitely feeling like Spirit is telling you you've gone through some major healing here recently. There's some, or you're still kind of going through it. There's some type of healing where they have been around you and helping you with this. Because it's like being strong for everyone else, being the protector, but then it's like on the inside you have all these things going on, and I feel like I only feel like Spirit maybe was there for you, and perhaps not anyone else is really you feel is there for you, is what I'm getting. Okay, let me see if I can pick up anything else about. Okay, I feel that the top three most powerful occult practices is what's going to help you. So that's kind of like, because I'm not picking up on anything else, because the rest is pretty much what has come out, is that this gift is going to help you with this financial security and that opening up to it, and you've been in this resting stage, and then how you can amplify this gift. So I'm going to take this into Patreon and look at that. So you can join me over there and find out your top three most powerful occultism practice, and I'm going to look at this hidden gift that is going to be revealed, this thing that isn't being shown here. I want to see if we can look into that further, and then opening up to this financial kind of like, I don't really like to say block, but financial kind of opening that we can look at in terms of how you can be successful in your business and your craft, and have this financial security that you're yearning. So yeah, if you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up, and yeah, if you'd like to leave a comment, feel free to, and I will see you on Patreon.